So I want to give you guys an update. Currently, I'm getting ready to install this transmission cooler. So to learn from my mistake, I actually have this brand already. My mistake was I bought a 15 row and the 15 row didn't do the job appropriately. Yeah, so my transmission temps were starting to get up there after about a 20-minute drive. So I think that's a sign to go ahead and upgrade it. So I went to the best one they had, and this is what it looks like. She's a nice little piece of work right there, a nice little piece of art. Let me get the tape measure, show you how big this thing is. So we're looking at about 12 and a half by 12. So if you guys are looking to purchase one, and I'll make sure I put the show you guys the part number there here in a second. Part number I bought was, there it is. You guys can see that, the 13870. Yep, shows you everything on the outside of the box. These guys are proven, you know, they put out some really good quality product, and I figured I'd go with them again. If I can get ahead and knock this out real quick, take the other one out and swap this one in, then I will switch over to the gear. The motive gear, like I said, I'm going to do a 430 gear. Got everything. Even got the strange yoke came in yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and install that. Very nice piece. Everything's going to be solid. Axles, everything. In case you didn't notice, I mean, at some point I want to launch this car, so everything needs to be right, man. Everything from the front all the way back, because that's how we roll. Right now I got the car off of the ground, currently up in the air. Hopefully I can get to it today with getting the rear gear knocked out, but if not, that's okay. I will knock it out tomorrow and finish it up. Just got off from work, and I don't know if you guys know, but you know, when you get off from work and you come home to work on the car, man, it takes it out of you, man. You're already exhausted from work, and it really does put a toll on you, you know, pulling these all day, all nighters, man. You know, if you like me, getting a little bit older, I mean, I am 37, but that's 37 in military years, so that equates to about 68. So if you know, you know. So here's a size comparison between the two. I just removed this one. Oh boy. Yep. Good brand. Like I said, I mean, it's a 15 row. I mean, it did good for up to 20 minutes, but yeah, by the time I shut the car off, I mean, the temperature was steady climbing. It never got to the point where it just wanted to stop. And look at this big boy. Much bigger. Yeah. Take that and compare that to that. Pretty sure this is gonna fix our issue. Not to mention the size of the fan. This fan is massive, man. It engulfs that whole thing over there. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna fix our whole temp issue. I didn't let it get too hot. Y'all, like I said, if I can get to it, I'll get to it. So like I said, if I could do both jobs, I'll do both jobs. Unfortunately, it's starting to get a little late. It's been hours. Unfortunately, I've only been able to do one job. And that one job consists of changing that bad boy out. So, yeah, I went inside, got me some dinner. As you can see, it's still a little bit daylight outside. But man, when I tell you I've been out here all day, I have been out here all day. And yeah, so of course, after lots of transmission fluid, right, lots of leaks, puddles all over the floor, had to do a little bit of wiring, hence the mess over here. Excuse the mess. Things get pretty crazy in here, pretty chaotic. So without further ado, let me show you what I got going on underneath. Alrighty. She's in there. She is in there. So bear with me here as I try to slide underneath the car. Needless to say, space is a little bit tight. So I was able to hook everything up. Of course, I had to modify some lines, the hoses. That's why it took so long to complete. Also had to do a little bit of wiring, you know. Had to get the heat shrink going and the weather pack connectors going, all that good stuff. Had to drill some holes and place some nut certs in there. Don't know if you guys can see that too good. But I also have vibration isolators underneath so we don't get a bunch of noise and rattling. I have it attached to a heat shield. And now I know you're wondering, well, what's going on with this heat shield? Where's the exhaust at? Well, the exhaust is actually on the other side here. Turbo, single exhaust, in case you're wondering. So yeah, I got the little bracket here to hold the hoses so we don't run into any issues with that. And I literally have everything going up forward. So what I have here are quick disconnects coming directly from the transmission. If you guys have to change transmissions often, or not change them often, but if you have to pull them often to either change a stall converter or a flywheel, whatever, it helps to have these quick disconnects because they allow you to change and pull the transmission without fluid getting everywhere, man. They're very convenient. I mean, during this build, I've had to pull these lines probably about 6 times since I've been underneath here, and they have been proven to be very convenient. So quick disconnect lines for sure. I have a little bracket here made up just to hold them loosely, nothing tight, but just to hold them loosely so that they don't dangle and fall all over the place. Yeah, this is Tac 6 line going 2 in front of transmission. And yeah, man, it's pretty nice. I like how everything's turned out so far. So next will be servicing. But prior to the servicing, we will be doing the differential. I'll of course have much more light underneath here when I do it so you guys can see. But yeah, that is next. We're going to be changing the pinion on the inside, the ringing pinion. We're going to change the axles, all that good stuff I've been showing you guys from earlier. We're going to go ahead and put that in tomorrow. I am beat, very beat, and I'm going to call it a night, man. I'm going to go ahead and clean up, get this place wrapped up and ready to go for tomorrow morning, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, y'all. So today's a new day, and I figured I'd go ahead and save you guys all the headache and grief from having to watch me install a ring gear onto the actual carrier and installing the bearing onto the pinion. All these things need to be done prior to installing the ring and pinion setup, obviously. So yeah, I went ahead and knocked that out so we can get back to the video. So as you guys can see, went ahead and threw it together. Check out the pattern. She looks pretty good. Check the back side. Yep, she looks good. Backlash is right on 6 thousandths. So as you can see, this whole place is a mess. Oh boy. Normally I take all this stuff out and I clean everything individually, but I'm trying to get this car on the road and yeah, get back to driving this thing on a daily basis. So take a look here. I got the axles, everything good to go. ARP wheel studs is installed. I went with the press ends. Before I realized, I was like, dang, I got the press ends. I should have got the screw ends. But either way, if I have to upgrade later on, you know I'm going with C-clip eliminators. Or, I don't know, I might just put a whole nother rear end in this thing and do something like a 9-inch, Moser 9-inch custom. But we'll see how things go. But right now, this is gonna have to do. If you're wondering how I got the studs in, no, I didn't run it down with the regular nut and the impact, wheel stud and the impact. I bought this tool here, and it actually works pretty good. It's basically a wheel stud installer. with the nut. Everything came with it. It's like 15 bucks, man. You just put it on, run it down with the impact, man. Make sure you put some type of thread protector on it, something like NICs or some type of sealant on it to protect those threads so they don't get galled up during the install process. Definitely gonna have to cut it with these lug nuts. I almost want to just get a different set of lug nuts to keep myself from having to cut it. Because I don't have to cut it, man. That would be great. I think if I just switch over my lug nuts, I might get lucky. And I may not have to swap it. Yeah, I wouldn't even have to cut them. So we're going to see if we can find some different lug nuts, because minute, but I got these instead. These are M12 by 1.5, and they're the extended opened knurled style of nut. Pretty cool. Let's see if it fits. She threads on pretty good. The thing I like about these is that they're extended and they're opening, and I should be able to just thread these on all the way with just my fingers if I wanted to, if I had to, for whatever reason. Not sure why anybody would need to, honestly, but if I had to, it's nice to know I can. I feel like I'm going to be able to use these on my next set of wheels. I'm hoping to. I'm just going to run these down. Of course, we'll torque these down. Alright, so now I'm going in here to my, got it hooked up to the Terminator X-Max system, and I'm going to update this to reflect the new rear end gear ratio I put in. So 26-inch tall tire with the rear gear ratio of 410. So that's good to go. Alright, I'm going to save that real quick. Alright, let's get ready to service this transmission. Alright, now that everything's pretty much serviced, pretty much look to put this car back on the ground and get it out on the road, man. Get it back on the ground, get it back out on the road. Everything looked good. Let's see if this will cut back on. Yeah, we're pretty much good to go, man. Ready to get this thing back on the ground, take it out for a test drive and see. I put it in drive and let the wheels and stuff go and try to listen for any noises or anything. Had a little bit of a noise, but I'm not sure. I'd rather get it out on the road to know for sure if there's a noise or anything. No weird clunks with the rear end. Everything seems to be tracking. Good to go so far. So yeah, stay tuned, more to follow. All right, got it back on the ground. Want to do a test drive today, but not sure. Time is kind of tight. Got a lot of other things planned today. But on a side note here, you guys plan on buying this particular Yukon setup? Well, obviously make sure you use the right recommended oil. But also, you want to make sure you get the right bearings. On the website, if you look up that particular gear and that part number, it has on the website special notes. There is a note that tells you that there are particular bearings that you need to use. Make sure you use those bearings. There's a particular bearing, a particular race that have to be used with that particular carrier. If you try to use the original ones, I'm telling you right now, it's a waste of time. It's not going to work. I actually lost 2 days worth of work, 2 days worth of working on this car because I had to wait on parts. course, none of the local places had them, so I had to wait, and I had to pay a little bit extra for the shipping to get here within a respectable time, because we all got life to live, you know what I'm saying? I literally gotta fly out here in less than a week, so I wanted to make sure I got this done in time. But thank goodness Summer Racing came through. They got me the bearings on time, and we are now back on the ground. So yeah, I will make sure I put the part number of the bearings on the screen, and the bearing and the race that you will need for that setup. All right. And also, another side note, in case this is your first time ever doing this with the ring and pinion upgrade, keep in mind that the pinion, all right, the bearings press on. They're the forward and aft pinion bearing that has to get pressed on. The forward one gets pressed on, it's a little bit bigger, and then you got the more, I got it reversed, let me go back. The rear one gets pressed on, the more aft one gets pressed on before you install it. When you install the actual pinion itself, the second one gets pressed on, it's smaller. It's on the inside. If you have to take it back out for whatever reason, make absolutely sure that you have the correct tool to be able to press the pinion back out. Don't do like I did. I mean, I messed up a gear. Well, not a gear, but I messed up the pinion. I'll show it to you. I was in a bad situation. It was crunch time. I needed to get it out. My air hammer wasn't getting it out, so I did this. Yeah, pretty bad. Don't do that, all right? I didn't plan on using this gear anyway. However, that doesn't mean somebody else couldn't use the gear. I mean, if anything, I probably could have sold that for, who knows, a couple bucks or whatever. But yeah, don't hit it with a hammer. I used a 5-pound sledgehammer to get it out, and that's what happened as a result. So yeah, don't do that. Get the right tool and get it out right the first time, so that if you need to reinstall it, you can. All right, back to the video. What's up, everybody? It is now that time. It is a new day, new morning, and we're gonna go out and do a test drive. So yeah, fingers crossed. So far so good. I mean, we're at a stoplight right now. The car takes off great, man. I love it. Like, it takes off and it drives like a normal car should. Let me roll these windows up. Make sure you guys can hear me pretty good. But yeah, the car runs and drives like it should. This 14 gear, I think, was really the answer. Really woke it up. Really woke it up. I think I probably should data log. Let me turn the data log on. Line temp so far is so good. Currently, line temp is sitting at 85, which means the fans just turned on. So we'll see what it's really made of here shortly. Alright, so we're cruising. Hasn't been that long so far. It's been a lot of stop and go. A lot of stop and go traffic. After this light, I should be able to get a nice little long stretch. But man, the car feels really good, man. The 410 gear was the right move. Yeah, man, I don't regret it at all. I'm really glad I went the 410 route, because I was going to go 430. But I decided to not to last minute. Line temps are good. They're sitting at 112. Just turned to 112, which is pretty good. No issues there. Coolant temp is at 202, which isn't bad. Fuel pressure is good. Oil pressure is good. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna keep it pushing. So tag along with me on this journey, man. We're gonna ride it out. Yeah, lots of stop and go, but overall, man, I don't have any issues with this car, man. I mean, he runs great, drives great, no issues. Hopefully we can keep it like that. Might get on it here in a little bit, but you got to keep in mind, sound. Had a couple of little issues that I want to look into. For one, definitely the exhaust leak. Exhaust leaks definitely need to be looked into, because I think I'm losing a little bit of power due to that. Feel like I might be running a little rich, but AFRs say I'm good, so we're gonna stick with that. And that exhaust scraping on the bottom, definitely got to get that fixed. This car likes to hit dips. These roads are a little bumpy out here, and I'm telling you, man, when it dips, it scrapes pretty bad. So we will be taking a look into that as well. And other than that, man, I don't really have any other issues. I got some really good data that I'll be taking a look at and reviewing. And yeah, if you guys stuck around with me for this long, man, go ahead and drop me a like, subscribe, and shoot me a comment, man. I like to talk to you guys. I always try to comment back as time sees fit. But yeah, man, thanks for taking this journey with me. I'll keep the content coming as you guys want it. So yeah, later.